So I'm back in Utah, here at my American Fork location, and I'm getting a first glimpse for the remaining snow on the mountains. Utah had a total record snowfall, and it's interesting to see the amount of snow that's still on the mountains here in May. Wow, they're having issues with flooding in parts of the state because all of this is melting. They had more snow in Utah this year than any other recorded year. Crud, it's May, and look at that. My goodness. Back in Utah. I am at the same location I was at before I left Utah, in American Fork. It's a big long street. My gym is right there. There's just some industrial type of business right here, like an auto repair place. So I finally decided to leave Cedar City. I like Cedar City. Every time I go down south or come back up, I always stop in Cedar City. And I actually spent a bit more time there than I had before. And the good thing was, I actually found out about places that I could dump my tank and get water that happened to be really near where I was staying, by the Walmart. I'm finally getting out of Cedar City. I've got to put my scooter up on the rack, and so I'm going just up above to a little parking lot up here for a theater. There's no room on the sidewalk next to me, so I'm gonna do it just up here. I moved here yesterday from the Walmart. This is the spot that I've been vacillating back and forth between. There's a big parking lot right here, so I'm gonna go in here, put my scooter up. And the amazing thing is, I found a Maverick gas station just around the corner that has a free dump station and water. So it's literally right over the freeway. So I'm gonna do this, go get my scooter and put my scooter up, and then go do that. And then I found a place to get the air pressure checked on my tires, so I'm doing that next too. Okay, so I got my scooter hitched up. Now I'm gonna go dump my tanks, get water, get gas, go by and get my tire pressure checked. This is something that I've learned to do, just check my tire pressure periodically. I usually go to like a place like Discount Tire, but there isn't one here, so I took my scooter out this morning and found a tire type of mechanic place not far from here. In fact, I found two of them that could do it. Crud, I should have turned right. Ugh. It's okay. Okay. So yeah, I find it pretty easy to be here in Cedar City. Lots of things are close. The biggest challenge is that I don't have a spot that I can be at for longer periods of time like I could, like Phoenix and Las Vegas. But that's okay, this worked out. The Walmart over here is really a popular one for, you know, RVers and trailers and stuff. But it seemed pretty respectful. People were coming and going. There was one trailer that was there for a while that I kind of did some wondering about. See, this is why I should have turned right. There was a Maverick store there that had a free dump station and water. So that is I love going to a place. So every place that I've ever been to, I kind of figure out where these services are. And I will say that probably the hardest one that I've been to is Las Vegas. I had to drive all the way across town to get water and dump my tanks. That was a pain. But every other place that I've been to, I've ended up finding someplace. Well, I will say that Phoenix was a bit tough. I did have to drive a ways to dump my tanks and get water, but it was free. So the only trick is that the water spigot was just in one slot in the gas area, so I've got to kind of hopefully get into that, because the water pump isn't where the dump station is. Oh, it's busy. I think what I'm going to do is go around, dump my tanks first. And then get water and gas. So here it is. I actually went inside when I was here earlier and they said, yep, it's free. There it is. Okay, so I just opened this up. There we go. And there is a latch right here. And all my dump station goodness. Okay, tanks dumped. I wish the water was there, but they've only got rinse water. Go figure this out. Because the water is only in one spot. Ah, yep. I'm gonna have to go drive around. That is tight. That was really tight with the thing back there. Okay, I got gas. I always have to remember to take this thing with me. I actually had to replace this when I was down in Lake Havasu because I had left it some other place. And there's the water spigot. I think I need to pull the RV up just a little bit more closely. Okay, I got the water going. Yeah, Maverick gas stations here in the West are pretty good about this, I've noticed. The bigger ones, at least by freeways, often have the water spigots. And here's the thing that I learned about these. In case you've never used these types of water spigots, they tend to put really high pressure in them. And when I first did it, man, the water pressure was so high, water would just back out of there and it was too much. But I discovered that there's this little thing right here that will block the handle from opening any further, and you have to kind of twist it until you get the right water pressure. And that's just a little trick in case you're new to this and you kind of want to understand how those things work. And as always, I have to come in here and I just have to open my bed up and just look at the water fill because my indicator isn't really accurate. And I always try and remember to close this, my dish soap, because a couple times it's fallen and half of the dish soap came out on the floor and I had to clean it up. Okay, and I gotta wash my windshield. Okay, so now I am on my way to get my tire pressure checked. So this place, I actually had some work done, some brake work done on my previous RV back in 2019 when I was here. Whoa. Oh yeah, it's that the latch broke on it. I've got to get it fixed. Oh. It stays closed when there's, wind pressure. Well, I got that done, and it turns out my rear tires were actually on the high side of pressure. So, I'm going to go down this way through town. So he actually let a little pressure out. So it says on the side of the door what the tire pressure should be for the front and the rear, which is 58 psi. Cold, it said, but I haven't driven the RV that far, so and it's a coolish day outside, so he actually removed just a little bit of the tire pressure. Okay, I'm on my way. So I saw a sign on my way into town for a gas station called Seneco that is just past the freeway. It said free RV dump station, and I was like, woohoo, that's good. So I went down the other day in my scooter and checked it out, and it was the weirdest dump station where they had it positioned. Like, I don't know how anyone could use it. You would have to back in and big rigs, I don't know how they could get in there. There wasn't water. It was odd. Okay, here we go. Leaving Cedar City. Drive from southern Utah to northern Utah is just not one of the prettier ones on the planet. It's like farmland and then nothing. Yeah, cows and more cows. Fillmore, 53. That's where I'm stopping for the night. I'm kind of stunned. It's usually really dry and drab out here, but it's really quite green and pretty at this point. Lots of water in the creeks. So the thing that I've noticed is that in general, the roads, like the freeway class roads in Utah, are much better than the ones in, say, Arizona. Arizona has some mighty bad roads. I'm really surprised how much water is out here. Fields. There's a lot of water, standing water here.
Big exit 163.
Okay, here we are, Fillmore. I've never really come into this town, but I'm just so sleepy that I could easily make it into...
Turn right onto Utah 99.
Yes, thank you. I could probably easily make it into Utah Valley tonight, but I actually kind of just want to not rush all the way back. So I'm going to stay here in Fillmore, and I found a spot right next to the fairgrounds that, at least on Google Maps, looked like it would work. So I'm going to hope it does.
Turn right onto Utah 99 North.
Okay.
Continue on Utah 99 North for 1 mile.
Okie dokie. I have I've gotten this gas at this gas station before. Look at that. Welcome, Historic Fillmore. So there's supposed to be a museum here that's kind of cool, and I might go see that tomorrow before I leave. Little rural town.
Turn left onto South 400 West Road. Continue on South 400 West Road for half a mile.
Okie dokie. A storm is coming in. I can see it. It's supposed to rain tomorrow.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto West 100 South Street.
Okay, well,
Turn left onto West 100 South Street, then your destination will be on the right.
okie dokie. There it is. I see it. Fairgrounds. Look at this. Just like I saw it on Google Maps.
Your destination is on the right.
And here we are. I am in a little town in the middle of Utah. And I was gonna stay here tonight, but I even forget the name of it. A major storm is coming through. Look at the clouds. And these are tight. I always like to check my straps. So I actually think I'm gonna get back on the road and I'm gonna get back to central Utah. I haven't decided yet. I've got 2 parking spaces that I could go to. One is in American Fork, which is the one I kind of want to go to, but there's one a little bit closer in Orem, Provo, right off the freeway. So I'm gonna think about it as I go. Okay, so I'm going. I don't know why. I don't want to stay here. I don't want to stay here. I don't want to drive in a major rainstorm tomorrow. I went and made some dinner and I just was relaxing because my allergies have been going kind of nuts, and so I've just been feeling kind of off. So I thought, well, I'm just going to stay here. Oh, look at that motel.
0.6 miles. Keep right to merge onto I-15 North.
I see the historic site right here, but I want to get moving on. Motel, Capitol Motel. Just another little sleepy town, middle of America. Avalon Theater. Okay, Salt Lake is 150 miles, but I stopped well before there. I could always stop in Nephi. If I'm just tired and it's too dark. It's pretty out here. Kind of in a very rural way. I don't want to drive in a thunderstorm, and it's supposed to be thunderstormy. I looked up the weather, and I see the weather coming in. Okay, well, 103 miles. Kind of the beginnings of the Wasatch Front. You can see the stormy clouds coming down over them.